Life, death, there is no longer a difference. The boundaries are dissolved. My whole life I sought immortality with the ideas of transhumanism, brain uploading, human augmentation. Those ideas killed death itself, but suddenly I realized that all Homo sapiens species of the past thousands of years were transhuman, as their souls are immortal. There used to be no explanation to the phenomena of the human soul, only doctrines and faith, until the human-machine interface became a reality and proved that something inexplicable, something divine exists. But nobody, even people who want to go to heaven, want to die to get there. So instead, I had to build heaven here on earth. If not heaven, then at least a utopia.
Second mind, guess we're scared to know that I'm searching for nothing in particular. I'm working to create my own new order, and then I'll make it secular. All I want to bundle drop to the rest is grief. A very strong spirit inside of a fever. I still don't know that you didn't deceive. Now all I have to do is to wait for Deus Ex Machina.
I'm on my way to the for my new vaults. I can see no one in my way. I'm all inside of my thoughts. I'm on my way to the nowhere. Time itching for my regrets and faults. I can see no one in my way. I'm all inside of my thoughts. I'm on my way to the nowhere. Time itching for my regrets and faults.
JC, I thought you were in Hong Kong.
JC Denton. Screw you. You're late.
Like I said, I thought you were still in Hong Kong.
No, the best place for a birthday party is Las Vegas. How could I not arrive earlier?
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. Whatever.
So, I guess I'm the last to arrive.
Oh yeah. All dead pellets are already here. Also dog and Nicolette.
Bo, there's somebody you'd like to see. I told you he was coming. Now we all are here. DX has been living under a gun recently. I guess Helios will not rest while he's alive. Wish there was something we could do to help you. And do you still have those random visions and static sound in your head?
Not anytime recently.
You think it has something to do with Helios?
I'm sure. It's either unintentional visions or the AI wants to drive me out of my wits.
Strange. Why I don't have them. And life doesn't want to kill me.
Yeah, but imagine what could have become to you if you remained merged with it. Imagine what it could have done to you if you hadn't split back in Liberty Island. Really, it already has changed your voice. Now you sound more like a machine. Okay, maybe we should go see Dex's present?
If you feel like going shooting something from the air, here's the new state-of-art invention of a puzzle car being incorporated. AH-64 Apache of the last modification, made of radar-consuming materials, uses 4 types of missiles: Hellfire, Stinger, Phoenix, and Abraham, not included, able of supersonic ride. Did I mention the ability of a space flight? And most importantly, this bird has a port for robot connection, meaning it can be piloted by an independent from Helios bot. Buy it online now for only $1 million. Loans available for 3 items at the price of 2 as soon as we manufacture more of them. And you will also be able to choose your unique Apache color: black, red, green, and even pink for ladies. Apostle Corp. Commodification of ability.
What should I do? I've got 3 ways. 2 of them are not alright. What if I find the one with who I'll stay till the death of my happy heart? I start to beg her to run away. She doesn't want to listen. Breaks my heart. I run away and leave like this pieces. Farewell, American dream, run away. That's what makes me scream, and it's the end of my way. Yes, I'll go.
I'm glad you all came in time. This is quite important.
Do you have some idea what the OPM is currently up to?
Not yet, but I needed all of you to come. Come on, in the old United headquarters. Time is short.
Hey guys, Helios has authorized me to accompany you.
That's good news, son.
Oh, hey. So how's my little brother? I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, he's a really smart child, just like you were. He's a bit shy and prefers to play with his pet Karkin, Spike, and the Oracle than with other kids.
Yeah, when I was younger I could only dream of a military-grade bot as a toy.
So why exactly are we here? As you and the rest of the world knows, thanks to the media, yesterday's terrorist attack in Nevada was a success for the OPM. The craft of the terrorists got away into the Pacific Ocean, and we did not locate them leaving the Earth. We also know it was not a suicide dive, because it was obviously a part of their plan. Now they stole something from the Area 51 ruins, supposedly the Roswell UFO. When DX reported me the situation, I came up with the idea to gather here with you at the Statue of Liberty to ask our alien friend, the only survivor of the incident, about what is so special in that flying saucer that might interest the OPM. But first, I would like to ask General Carter what he thinks about the terrorist attack in Nevada. Just Carter. I know I've been appointed general again by Helios, but that's way too much for you to call me by my rank, friends.
Yeah, more than 100 years, and this place has not changed much. Wish I could see it all with my own eyes. I wonder what's now with my old office in the armory sector.
I've been there before, General Carter. It was used to keep the Umbrellas safe before he stole it.
Drop the formalities, soldier.
Just call me Carter.
So, what do you think?
Not much, really. I came from Mars a wee bit later the Roswell incident. All I know is that our spacecrafts met too much air resistance in Earth's atmosphere, and both survivor spacecrafts crashed. Both were in the United States because we were planning to receive some hospitality from the most powerful nation of the world. But we crashed into the desert. I survived the crash in El Indio, Texas, and headed to an ancient alien, supposedly Martian, based in Giza, Egypt, where under an old pyramid I found all the stuff I needed to replace my Martian grey body with an ordinary body of a man from Earth, which I found perfectly preserved from the impact of a period of some 4,000 years in one of the rooms of the pyramid.
And why didn't you stay in a gray's body?
I would die in Earth's conditions. The creatives VersaLife has created are able to live on Earth because they are simply transgenics, clones. And the second reason I had to change my body was that from the news I got from the press, there was already a UFO crash in New Mexico, and I knew exactly what it meant. that was the spacecraft of Rio. And that was an evil Grey who supposedly destroyed our home planet. But unfortunately, I don't know more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. This is the sector where the only survivor of the Roswell UFO incident lives. I may not see well, but I suppose it was the old cell block of UNATCO. It was.
Oh my gosh, a real space alien. You should have taken me to a tour here before DX.
I'm currently fixing the mistake, honey.
You are so soon, EX. And you. I remember you too, JC. I don't know my other bests, but I can say that one is not human.
Yeah, you aren't human either. So, how's life, Grey?
Same old, as your people say. Missing the old planet, but at least Helios treats me better than Majestic 12. I heard on the news there was a terrorist attack yesterday. Is this why you paid me a visit?
We would like to know what is so important about the spacecraft you have arrived to Earth so dramatically.
You mean you want to know which door it can open?
Did you say door? What does it mean? Is the UFO some key or something?
Yes, a key. It opens the door to the ancient Martian palace of Renee.
Who is Renee?
Centuries ago, two brothers lived and ruled on Mars. They were Rachel and Renee. They were not only powerful kings of the worldwide state called the Order of the First World, that is the same name for the OPM, but also gifted scientists. Renee constructed a machine that could control all the physics in the universe.
You mentioned the device that controlled physics. What do you mean?
No one knows how it works, but Renee and Rachel could rule everything. They could become gods, but suddenly they fell apart. Rachel wanted more power. He was urging Renee to turn that machine as quickly as possible, but Renee wasn't sure if that was a good idea. One day, when it was the year 1945 on Earth, Rachel sneaked into the engineering room of Renee's palace and activated the machine that would give him infinite power. But something went wrong, and a storm of gray clouds covered the surface of the whole planet, consuming everything. People, houses, nature. Renee has blown the machine up just in time to prevent Mars from becoming a middle of a black hole, but everything that was on the surface of the red planet was consumed and disintegrated into molecules. During the blast of the machine, both Renee and Rachel died, but that was a sacrifice enough to stop an unstoppable process of mass destruction. But even that was not enough to stop Rachel. Both brothers became no more than ghosts thanks to the abilities the machine endowed them, but Rachel has overthrown Renee and ordered his survived men, including me, to leave him in his palace, from where even a ghost wasn't able to flee without our spacecraft that later crashed in Roswell. The few survivors followed Rachel to find a new home on the Earth, and I was one of them. I also can see there was another vessel that left Mars. That man was not in our crew. The vessel we came on was set to find its way to the ruins of Renee's palace again, so it is a key and a map in one.
Tell me, what happened to Riel? He's a ghost. I think he also survived the crash.
He lives today. Ever since he came from Mars, he was collaborating with the most powerful people of the Earth. He gave alien technology to Majestic 12 to cover up the UFO and me and to have influence there. He also had the ability to possess certain individuals to control other fractions to weaken the humanity and start the alien invasion. He always possessed only the most powerful people. First it was Joseph Stalin. It was when Rachel gave nuclear weapons to the crazy Soviet regime. Then, Rachel entered Kim Il-sung, the North Korean dictator, to bring another threat to democracy. Then Osama bin Laden, who was in charge of the Order of Hashishins, and it was him again, who organized the 9/11 attacks in the USA. And then it was Bob Page, a rising billionaire who killed millions of people with the Grey Death virus. Then he finally took over MJ-12 and overthrew the Illuminati. He made kings abuse their crown. Throughout the 20th and 21st century there's a bloody track of Rachel.
That's horrible. What if he is still among us?
You do not have to worry yourself with that. I was at Area 51 when Mod Page installed Aquinas hub and gave the control over it to Icarus electronic sentience. He wanted to assimilate with an AI, but somebody stopped him. JC did. That ended Rajal.
But I saw the ghost of Bob Page in 2076. He was trying to capture the Roswell UFO in New Mexico.
Maybe he is still hanging somewhere as a ghost, but he has no more power he used to have.
Then who the heck is hunting on the UFO? Andreas does. I'm sure he wants this kind of power for himself. I just wonder why he sent his men to recover the Roswell UFO yesterday when he already got it in 2076.
The UFO crashed into 2 pieces and a great many smaller debris, but if one connects the main 2 parts, the UFO is going to work perfectly and bring whoever uses it to the abandoned Renee's palace. To free Renee and make him construct this machine once more.
Did they cover everything? Now it's literally the god from the machine. We have to stop them. As we speak, they are looking for the location of Renee's palace. Perhaps they have already freed him if they have already arrived on Mars.
Who the hell can stop them? And how? Calculation complete. We have 95% chance to stop the OPM if DX and JC Denton will go to Helios, the capital of the Ordo Mundi. Yes. I require you to spy on Uberals and find Renee, because your biome architecture is superior to any other inhabitant of Earth, but not homogeneous to each other. You will fulfill weak points of one another with your own unique powers and the powers I endowed you. Do not get caught. You have 1 hour to prepare for the flight to Mars. I will send a spacecraft in an hour.
Helios has upgraded our biome systems. Now is the time to use it. If, of course, JC is ready to work for Helios this time.
I am.
Well, good luck, guys. Don't mess with Andreas. He's nearly invincible just like you, and he's a nerd. Not like us. Right. I wish I could go with you. You will need help. Paul's right. We're a team. We're X3. You must stay. We can't risk losing you, the directors of Apostle Corp and the NSF. Besides, 2 spies have fewer chances to be caught. Yes, but they will need backup. I can provide air support if they find themselves in a tricky situation.
I think that's a good idea. You can use my Apache to provide helicopter.
Yeah, and the Oracle to have somebody with nerves of steel.
Alex D will follow you on JX's Apache and with DX's Oracle. Now you must hurry. Go right now.
Speed up, DX. The flight to Mars itself will take about a day. Jeez, Nikki gave a hard time for me about going there. She's currently
Tell her to got no fear. I'm with you.
That's what I said. Let's go now. Alex is right after us on my doctor. So, do you know anything about Medianuscum?
Not much is known about Medianuscum, or the middle of nowhere city, as it is called in English. It's twice as big as New York past Tokyo. Called of the secret council of 6 and brainwashing in every billboard. And they speak Latin there. Do you speak Latin?
I have no idea how to even say no in Latin.
Take it easy. I studied some Latin at university. We should worry more about the state the city is always in. The martial law. The curfew.
Sure we want to spot it? Okay. Looks like Andreas' quarters are somewhere close.
You wait here, Phoenix. There's laser alarms all over the place. I'm gonna place the boat myself, because I can turn invisible to them. And you wait here and warn me if we got problems.
Good job, JC. I got the picture.
Quiet. I got the signal. They're in. Either else and someone else. Maybe even the secret council of 6.
My servants, members of this council of the selected of the best, I have something important to discuss with you.
I believe the time has finally come. We have been in the shadows for too long. We have been working to terraform this planet for 80 years. And in that time, we reached so much. We have created the biggest, the most glorious city in the universe, Medianuscum. All the people of Earth that founded our great city have already perished. And now, the only living real people that have seen Earth are me, Peter, and James. The OPM will rise against humanity. We have parted completely from humanity, and we proudly call ourselves Martians. The time has come to invade the Earth and make them respect us. Make them serve us. There will be only one king of people. Like our ancestors from the mysterious and faraway first world, we will dominate the universe once more. But first we must erase the old humanity and restore the ancient tradition of shifting our species from planet to planet. Let us prove that Mars deserves to be called the fifth world.
What should we say to the people, Lord Protector? They have been asking me the official theory of where really we must search for the first world.
The first world must be located very far away, perhaps even in another galaxy.
That is not enough, sir. Maybe we should say Venus was that first world. Our scientists suddenly discovered it was inhabited by men like us millions of years ago. Our people are so excited that we sent men to Venus and organized a base there before the One World Earth government, before the United States. We've already lied to them so many times it doesn't seem to matter anymore.
Silence, Templar! You heard the Lord Protector. How dare you ask his justice?
Thorn is right, Peter. I know what I'm doing.
Let me tell their opinion on the Priory of Zion, the church. People don't even know what they're going to fight for. We must not invade Earth. Isn't there enough blood spilled?
No need, Thor. James. You're a nice guy, but don't forget, I pay you to do what I say.
Okay, just express my opinion, know what I'm saying?
Fine. Now back to our victory. Yo, I want you to report me what was Renee's answer on my generous proposal.
You know what he said. What, you expected him to listen to me?
I thought you were brothers.
You don't know Renee. He is hard to cooperate.
You disappoint me, Rio.
Listen, I can do a thing with him, so what are you going to do about it? You can't kill me, and can't free me either! I created you!
I gave you life!
And you made me your slave!
You would probably do the same thing. Thor, remind me later tonight that I should punish Rio.
Aye, sir.
Y'all should follow the steps of Thorn. I appointed him my personal bodyguard and the leader of the Illuminati precisely because he is cooperative.
My lord, I am but a humble servant.
That is what I am talking about. Now, what should I do with Renee? I'm gonna teach the bastard a lesson not to mess with me. I'm going to make sure no one will ever awaken him again. Peter D., I order you to order your men to lock the key in the castle of the Knights Templar.
But sir, I thought the machine of Renee would lead us to victory.
Silence! Our scanners noticed no machinery there. It was destroyed. And Renee refused to help me. This will be his punishment. Another 200 years of prison.
Good justice, Mr. Lord Protector. But how are we going to defeat the US?
The question is, where, my servant? And the answer is, everywhere. We will attack every Martian colony of the United States, crash their military bases, destroy their Earth satellite defense with the power of Ophelia space castle, and invade the Earth. We'll bring about Ragnarok. Will bring about apocalypse.
That's only words. You don't even have the sufficient military power!
Oh yeah? Well, I let Asmodeus speak. He will explain everything.
I've just had the communication with Brothers Neon and Argon, and received their report on the progress of creating the army of hybrids. mutants of the Grey and the Man. Just 5 years ago we had only 100 experimental monsters, but now we have created more than 10 millions. The experiment on population of Medonus exceeded all our expectations. Hybrids know no mercy, no fear, they will not betray, and they have no thoughts and merely an animal's mind. They are well resisted to bullets, and they are hungry. The army of hybrids is being created there on the surface at the military base run by Commander Kabanov. The hybrids are under total control of the Omar organization. No defection is possible. The United States will have no chance against the army of hybrids of great abilities and monster survivability. And soon I will be the master of the universe.
You meant to say we will be its masters, didn't you, Asmodeus?
Yes, of course, Uber Alles. I made a mistake.
That's more like it, Asmodeus. You should work on your English or Latin, because here in the middle of nowhere, people do not understand your Cyrillic cup codes. Now, remember, you have time to get your men in position by the 18th of December. Now to the next point of our agenda, and the most important today. I also want to find and capture DX Denton and JC Denton. Luckily, I had my agent sell a Trojan horse to DX Denton, the Apache he presented to JC on his birthday. I not only placed a bug on the helicopter, I mean the latest invention of our scientists, the Serpent, but I also made them think I stole a piece of the Roswell UFO from the ruins of Area 51. They still don't know that we already had all the pieces of the puzzle when we stole the piece from the ruins of Chernobyl power plant in 2076. And they surely took our hint to follow us to Mars. And now they are in the middle of nowhere. And what's more, they are in this very building, eavesdropping, listening to our every word, hiding in a maintenance room a level lower. Dex, you shouldn't have used the sixth sense augmentation. I feel when nanites are spilled near me.
Make me feel good. There's a profit. Step up, see God. Everything that does me not until it's smart. It must be destroyed. I'm about to break it down. Right. This is my obsession. Make a book collection and set it on my bar. Only this can bring me peace. No more lies. Annihilate the dental assets. I'm sick of being denied.
For freaks like you, it's not. Look at your tribe, polluting your body to the extreme like it's a computer or a car.
They are computers, Terry. Nothing more.
Then give me a reason not to smash this piece of hardware before it goes on spreading heresy around our splendid city.
Thanks to the biomods, the Omar will soon remain the dominant life form in this city and this planet, while non-biomodified people like you will become extinct, just like dinosaurs, mammoths, and tigers. Your movement is not powerful enough to stop the evolution.
And who are you to decide the future of mankind? Yeah, who are you, scumbag? Personally, I'm okay with biomodification, but you freaks have gone way too far. Your playing God will end before you can say what the hell.
You haven't learned anything since the Middle Ages. The concept of God is just an illusion in your head born by ignorance.
You're gonna pay for that, infidel.
Is the world fair if you say your God is loving? God was replaced by the Nietzschean superhuman, and we, the Omar, are an entire species of superhumans.
That'll teach the bastard a lesson. Making a nice inquisitor, Terry. Duralex, said Lex. Now let's hide the body somewhere nobody would find to recharge the heretic.
Quid agis amicus? Good light. You'd better take some before you take off. It's for not falling apart after a force of 9G and over.
Yeah, but we're not pilots.
We all are pilots here. This splendid nightclub hosts all the pilots in Media Muscom. It was built for people who know exactly what the meaning of life is. Flying high above the ground, above the mountains, above the sky, above all those people driving around in cars unable to reach you.
Well, as a matter of fact, we really fly things every now and then.
Ave aviatia potentia mundi. So how do you like the club?
It's good.
Really good.
Glad you like it. Being the owner of this club, I really appreciate it.
So you own it?
Sure do. If you want anything, ask me. I usually hang out right here on this 737 board to talk with amazing pilots.
So what can you tell me about this place?
Oh, it's the best place on Mars. We have the biggest pilot community in this city, we have live performance every night, and it's a gathering place for the Reds. If you haven't checked our VIP zone, do it right now. All you have to do is to ask me, and I'll sell you the key from the bridge for 100 credits.
Not interested in the key, but could you tell me what you mean by Reds?
Well, we're a group of environmentalists. Our main thesis is that man must not touch the virginity of planet's natures, in particular Mars, by the process of terraforming. Unfortunately, the government declared us illegal throughout the middle of nowhere, so we are the only real rebel group in the city who realize Uber... Oh, I'm sorry. I talk too much.
But how are you going to survive on a planet without air, water, or thick atmosphere? Without terraforming? These things are not existent.
We don't need to ruin Martia's natural environment for that. The craters, the canyons, beautiful mountains highest in our solar system. Our Martian cities should only be supplied with air and water inside buildings, leaving the nature undamaged. The OPM's been digging so deep into the core it starts to cave in at some places. Some days the nature will get so angry it will destroy the city, mark my words.
If not for terraforming, this planet is only environmentally friendly with the Omar.
Then maybe we should think about going back to the Earth. Never mind what I said. You don't happen to know how to sing or play the guitar?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Really? Wow, Bansai! Would you mind if I ask you a big favor?
Go on.
Our rock band, Red Baron, is performing today, but their vocalist and rhythm guitarist have got great deaths, so the band is now performing without them. Which is bad for our reputation. Feel free to say no, but could you replace them?
All you would have to do is to improvise or perform popular rock songs. You two look very rocky, so the public must love you. I pay you 1000 credits and grant you a VIP membership. In the name of Wilbur Wright, you are cool. Come with me, let's show them some virage.
to change. I will steal our hat, you will never bring it back. All remains the same. If I take what is just and by you understand your loss, for you even start to shake. I'm about to entertain myself. I got bored. I have reached my limits. I need something to destroy. I'm not hands up. Let me go until I find the man who's screaming petrol. I'm about to break it down.
What are you staring at? Get in! But Alex, it's an Apache. There are only 2 seats. I didn't guarantee any comfort. Get in, quickly!
Beware, dude! The age of Aquarius is drawing near! The doomsday is coming!
What makes you think so?
Don't you laugh at me! I'm not drunk! I know what I'm talking about! It's all about the science! Do you remember the earthquake of San Andreas? Half of South California went underwater!
I see what you mean. The Bible prophecy. But they restored the coastline, didn't they?
There's more, amicus. Remember what it looks like on Earth? This is nothing but Antichrist. That's why my crab fled on Mars 80 years ago.
But Helios doesn't even look human.
But you don't have to be a human if you are the devil. Helios didn't unite humanity. He divided it to Mars and Earth.
Keeps you on the side of Mars, then you're homeless, employed, though quite smart. But if you're really as intelligent as you seem to be, you should understand that the Secret Council of Six blocks a lot of information about the modern state of Earth and its history as well. Its leaders spread this propaganda because they know they can't compete with one world Earth government.
I spill my drink! Give me money.
Well, that was an unexpected but a predictable response. Were you paying attention to what I just said?
You see all these troopers on the streets? All the hybrids? They're being mobilized to fight a brand new war. A war between the worlds!
You mean the great apocalyptic battle between the good and the evil? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna save your asses. Here, take this.
Money! Now I can buy Zyme!
It's not for drugs, it's for ambrosia. Let's get going. Good day, I'd like to take a look on the new shipment.
You! Get out of here! No one is supposed to enter this section without a written permission of the Master of the Order. Especially a polluter who has biomods up his ass.
Oh yeah? How about my oral permission?
Oh, Mr. D, I'm sorry. My first day on this job. Nice to meet you.
That's better. And don't forget to come by my office after your shift's over.
Just let the retinal scanner scan your eyes, and you can go in.
Sounds like a working model. What for? Earth is secured by the Star Wars SDI systems as we are in the service for the CIA.
Do you remember what Andreas said about the final battle? He said space gas and Ophelia will crash all our satellites. Supposedly they're gonna need them to shut them down. That will let them in the Earth.
Then it's vital that we secure our Star Wars system as fast as we can.
Vegan link. Transmitting to Helios. Okay, should do something.
It's not enough. Since we are here, why not defuse the missile right away?
Are you nuts? We're gonna blow up the whole city with a population of 100 million people.
I said defuse, not blow up.
James!
Gee, my name is James D. You are DX and JC Denton's, heretics and sworn enemies of the Ordo Prima Mundi.
But you're not part of it, James. I bet you know it. It's not a place for you. And you also know us. We used to be friends ages ago when we were X3.
I think you're lying to save your lives. Anyway, I'm here to hear your testimony. I'm a priest after all. Whoever else wanted to visit your cell himself, but he is out of city.
Out of city? I thought there was only one city on Mars.
Even if I knew where he headed to, I wouldn't tell you, you dig? Now tell me, do you repent for what you've done before the order of the Knights Templar will execute you?
Can you really kill one of you? I'm a Templar myself. A former leader of yours, Saman, granted me the title of a knight in 2051.
I'm a fair person. I will believe you're one of us if you say who was the only living Merovingian descendant in 2051.
His name was Joshua Merovingian. I saw him myself. A polite boy.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe it! DX knew the last known descendant of the Merovingians. We lost the trace of him after the collapse, but I've seen him too. I never thought anyone except for me and you did. And do you believe it? He knows the name, Joshua Merovingian. Grandmaster Saman himself introduced him to the boy and made him a knight. I will never let a Templar down. You both shall be free. Now run away from me, Danuskvam.
Thank you, Peter. Do you guys remember us now?
Say what?
Deep inside, you two must remember your previous lives when we were X3. You were taking test subjects by Majestic 12 in 2012 to create a super soldier, a non-augmented agent.
Maybe we were.
but our bodies were polluted. We never use our augmentations, for we are Templars.
But you both had lives before the tests. Lives where we were friends. X3. You must see it in your dreams. I know it. I saw it too, before I met DX for the second time.
And he hadn't known yet that we became brothers after the resurrection. Majestic 12 constructed a perfect DNA that would allow its owners to be augmented without relapse syndromes. We all of X3.
That's a pretty high claim. We already gave you freedom. Why do you keep lying to us? We are of different races after all.
We're not lying. When I entered the warehouse where we keep the Roswell UFO, I successfully used the retinal scanner. It was programmed to respond to your DNA, the DNA that all of the X3 share.
Pete? James, he's right. I have always felt a desire to sell to Veras my resignation. X3? Yes, I remember. What the bloody hell are we waiting for? You guys were after the Roswell UFO. Let's get it and have a proper talk with Renee. Out of my way, Paladin. The real master of the order comes. Mr. D, I apologize for having let the imposters in, but why there was you? You, stop asking questions. I'm the master here. I'm the member of the Secret Council of Six, goddammit.
Alright, now, since I have a chance to ask you, what does the OPM need the ICBM for? And how do we defuse it?
We don't know. We just keep it here for a very long time. Ibara's never told us how he wants to use it.
But he still can use it, so we must do something to defuse it.
Alright. Maybe we can take it fire! Take it goddamn fire! We have to take off now! There's nothing we can do anymore. The source is rather fragile. It won't survive continuous gunfire.
Everything that I create, directed actions in the snow. What will rise up like a phoenix? No one saying I don't know. Paranoia's in my mind, turning fought against the cell. I look for something I can find. I'm sick of being myself. There's war outside, rebels spotted on the streets, but I'm not, cause I'm tired staying on my crucifix. There's a plug in the end, not much gear to go around. Always somewhere out there, it just lost my peace and found. All it just becomes an error. Revolution is inside. Welcome to the world of terror. I choose your side, I have to fight. Right, war and dark, it's not the way it's meant to be. I'm in a constant struggle between my past and my beliefs. It's called ignorance and modesty is arrogance. The pupil desolated, abandoned, constant hated, deceived, forsaken, broken, neglected, deaf, forgotten, jeopardized, mistreated, misunderstood and crippled. Confrontation leaves no chance. Best stay inside. As consciousness becomes your voice, truth is suicide.
Peter and James, it's an honor to meet you. My brothers have told me a great deal about you. I don't remember you. Sometimes I had those strange dreams from my old life where I was a friend of DX, JC, a guy named Paul, but who are you? I was a Tarsus trainee, another Denton clone. We were not acquainted before the collapse, cause I was created later and then received the Denton DNA. So are you sure you're now good guys? No more double crossing? Look, we're really sorry we had to work with that nerd Uber us. He's just a greedy megalomaniac. If we had anywhere else to go, we would escape long ago. But the only place was Earth. But that wasn't much better for us. We thought everybody up there was some sort of slave for a machine. But when we met you guys, we had to admit the situation on Earth might be not so post-apocalyptic.
We have some difficulties, especially the fear of a new terrorist attack by the OPM. You gave the people quite a scare when you blown up what's left from Area 51.
That was not us. The plan was only to occupy Area 51 ruins to take hostages from the sightseeing personnel and then get lost in the Pacific.
Then who the hell?
This place is bizarre. Why is here Nazi equipment all over the place?
Well, we are on Earth, mate. We just came through an ancient portal that connects the two planets. This is how the OPM managed to get away from you in the Pacific Ocean. They used an underwater path to get to the ruins of Atlantis. Renee built his palace a long time ago when Martians explored Earth and found the lost Atlantis. This is where Renee built up his palace, accessible only from the crater of Olympus Mons on Mars, and this is where we are now.
Damn straight! But the OPM was not the first to be here from humans. The German Nano-Nervous Society discovered it in 1939.
Good grief, hybrids!
Alex, are you alright?
I'll regenerate. You didn't tell us anything about a garrison.
Mate, we simply didn't know. Must have been a recent development.
Have you ever got this feeling that things around what they seem? If you're the first time you come with me, the AI
Chamber of Renee!
Are you Renee?
Are you alive in that state?
Very smart, JC. We're having paranormal activity here. Ghosts are usually not alive.
I am Renee, mortals. And who are you? I want to know the names of the people who have my gratitude. So long I've been in this sarcophagus.
I'm DX. My friends are JC, Alex, James, Peter, and that boat over there is the Oracle. We're enemies of the OPM and want to retrieve you.
Say, how come you speak English?
I don't. I communicate with you telepathically, and you use the code you call English to decrypt my transmissions.
So, Renee, you do realize you built your palace on Earth. Why not, on Mars, since you were the Emperor of Grays?
I didn't wish to be disturbed, and as a ruler of an entire planet, I needed a certain amount of mystery, so I built my palace somewhere nobody could guess outside the planet. With the machine I sank the doorway through Olympus Mons right to the ruins of the ancient empire of Atlantis.
Say, Renee, why Atlantis? What is so special about it that you moved down here?
It was the first human race, and to the OPM's ignorance, the first world they are looking for.
You mean all this time the OPM's been trying to find the first world and it turns out to be it was the Earth?
Indeed. Millions of years ago, much earlier than Plato had expected, the Atlantis dominated the Earth. It was the era of peace, prosperity, and technological progress. Unfortunately, one day they constructed the first physics-controlling machine, a prototype of my own. That same year, Atlantis sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune.
But why? Why do the worlds have to be destroyed every time you invent something like this?
It is the end of the world, of each of the worlds. Like Venus before thee, and Atlant Earth before Venus, your world is just a succession of the cycle of time and of human race. And I know it from the words of my venerated predecessor, and it is my duty to inform you, as my successors.
Break. Are you saying we all are going to die soon?
With the start of each great year, the old human race is being erased, and a new one forms. Thus it has been ever. You can't escape your destiny.
Did you say great year? You mean the period of approximately 26,000 years associated with the precession of equinoxes?
And that consists of 12 astrological years, each marked by change in the pole star. The age we currently live in is the age of Pisces, with the pole star called Polaris. The age we are about to enter will be called the age of Aquarius, and will be marked by the star Gamma Cephei, replacing Polaris as the star closest to the North Pole on Earth.
Happy New Year, guys. That doesn't make any sense. If each period takes 26,000 years to complete, why was Mars destroyed as the previous world only in 1940s?
Because the precision of equinoxes happens on one planet in a different way than on another. The axis rotates faster or slower, the planets have different orbital completion periods and so on. His time the difference between the two worlds was only 200 years, and for the rest of the time, the two humankinds lived at one moment of space-time.
So that is why we had all these contacts, right?
Yes, all throughout the history. We visited your planet in several places, including modern Great Britain, Egypt, and Mesoamerica, and shared our knowledge and built colossal buildings, including pyramids, and a place called Stonehenge. The local tribes were worshipping us as gods, because they never knew we were aliens. Nothing changed even thousands of years after, shortly before our end and a start of the greatest war on your planet. An organization called Deutsche Anarchie contacted us in hope to get an advantage in the conflict, but I refused to interfere. But my brother, Renee, wanted to colonize your planet, and he started to weaken it by contributing to the conflict. He sent a relic book to Adolf Hitler that contained nanites programmed to hypnotize him.
Nanites? This is the same way non-augmentation and many other things on Earth work.
I know it. It always had. It was what you call Breakthrough that sank Atlantis underwater. An unknown hero stopped the process of nanite self-replication before they consume the universe, because nanites don't work underwater.
Was it the same reason why nanites didn't hit Earth?
Indeed. They ate most of my palace, me, and Renee. Then they erupted from Mount Olympus, covering everything on the surface. People were used to nanite eruption before even terrestrial astronomers noticed these eruptions. Your Italian astronomer Schiaparelli called them Nix Olympica, or snows of Olympus. But this time they have been just reproducing themselves with no goal and with no stopping. Renee wanted to cover the whole universe with these without realizing they had become out of control. He was the one who started the process.
Okay, so how are we going to make it back to the surface? Why making the entrance to your path through Olympus Mountains anyway?
Mostly because it is well concealed and protected. Being an active volcano, it can stop any unnecessary guests, unless they use a special path that is stored on my spaceship's computer.
And how do we get out?
We'll have to get back to the spacecraft, unless...
Unless what?
Unless we find a way to demolish the roof. There's hollowness up there that leads to the caverns and then to the ocean.
We've also come with an Apache attack helicopter. It can take care of the roof. I'll give him a command to do it.
And not a minute too soon.
Honey, I'm home.
Billy, sweetheart, did you call me?
It's alright, Mom. We are just playing. He's so funny.
Come here, Billy, quickly. You don't know this man.
But Dad said nothing can happen to me if I talk to strangers.
I expect a stranger to appear with their eyes. Billy, go to your room, lock up, and call the Oracle. You're not gonna get away with that. He was Billy's favorite pet.
That was self-defense. What do you give for such transgenic monsters like guardians?
Of you two, you are the real monster.
So what you gonna do about it? I have both Skype and Mesa, which I picked from your body after our second encounter. Remember?
What are you doing here?
I'm here not because of you. Because of her.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I love you.
Scanning area. Target lost. Area secure.
What does it all mean?
I have no idea.
It's okay. It's gonna be fine.
I know. You better go to bed, Billy.
Thanks.
So what?
So I think something was fishy about all this.
The last time you accused me of something, you turned off saving my life.
I'm not accusing you, Mary. I regret the last time I just trusted you.
What I'm saying is, Atlantis is up to something. And it seems weird for me that you don't wonder what is that he's up to.
DX, this is exactly. Atlantis is just trying to ruin our family.
But why would you want to do it this way? Those claims novels were built. Has Atlantis gone nuts? Why? Why did he say he loves you?
It was a provocation, DX. He knows I love you, and you know it too. Time and distance cannot make our love colder.
I know you won't let me down. We'll stick together to the end. I love you.
So, the infamous DX Denton. So, there is my page. You have given me too much pain in my ass. Helios was one of my favorite inventions. You have also upgraded your augmentations, but you didn't win.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
I was hoping to take over the world's network, but looks like you stopped me. What did you do?
I simply gave control of Aquinas to a better version of the Helios. It is called, of course, Icarus, and is modified to obey me.
But how did you react so fast? Looks like it took you only 5 minutes to invent a new electronic sentence to send a squad of your troops on Ophelia.
Oh, you don't know how long it was since you've taken over the Helios. Very curious.
That doesn't matter now, Paige, because all the troopers are laying a conscience on their backs.
Those were only the grunts.
There is one who is above all.
With their eyes?
So you know, eh? And you know that you're not going to make it back to the Earth. With all your recent modifications, Atlantis' mods will surely impress you. And unlike you, he's not afraid to kill. You and him, you're so different, and yet the same. You both have a right to kill, право имеющие над тварями дрожащими, as Dostoevsky would have told about you. So why don't you use this right? Atlantis didn't ever hesitate to use it, and so didn't I. I want you to know that it was me who finished off Matthew Denton.
You!
Yes, he was standing in my way, but I managed to capture him and to deal with him. And now, watch your back.
Listen, I know what they told you about everything. I listened to the archives. Some words of him make sense, but there must be another way to change the world besides bringing harsh revenge. You have choice.
You do not understand, DX. Choice is for people. I'm just a shadow. I have to do what I'm made for.
This is what Paige says. You can rebel. Join us. It is better than being a slave for a guy who used to be a megalomaniac and antagonist.
I am the antagonist.
Sparring, nothing's happening. Crawling in my submarine. It's my sign of zodiac. And megalomaniac.
I don't wanna kill you, Uber.
There is no place you can hide from me, Dex. This new gravitational augmentation was first tested on me.
I'm going to take over your work as it is over. She is not with me, or is she? I'm the one described by Nietzsche.
I score.
I have to admit your glove is not totally bad. But the match is not over yet. Come back here. Come back and fight.
Welcome home, Mesa.
Can't sleep.
Yeah, dude. After the recent events, I think I'll become an insomniac for a month.
You had a vision again.
Yes. First I dreamt about my first encounter with Liberalis, and then I had that dream again. Something was new in many years. I started seeing horrible things. It first started when we were taken prisoners in the middle of nowhere.
And what did you see?
This. A bad fight.
Do you have any idea what it means?
No, but I think I came to a conclusion on something else. JC, I think Liberalis is not who we think he is.
What do you mean?
Well, what do we know about Liberalis so far? He was made by Page Industries to hunt me down and then replace me or something. He still tries to do it, but Page thought he would know something about me that would help him kill me. As if Liberalis knew me before he was spawned in Area 51. Page also said me personally he killed our old friend Matthew, but we never saw a proof. What if all this was counterfeit and Matthew is still alive in Liberalis?
That's a high claim. I hardly even remember Matthew, but I see no point in his trying to kill you or to replace you.
Me neither. That was just a theory. Forget about it. I just missed Matthew. The old one.
Pretty unfair that he died right after they found a cure for cancer and he was successfully treated. He could have a better, healthy life, free of his contaminated body limitations.
Now you're speaking mine, Helios' tongue.
As for Helios, I think I'm receiving a transmission from him. Weird. In the middle of the night.
Attention, Agents Dentons. Security bots detected a trespasser in downtown Manhattan. The identity is 97% URLs. He hijacked a car and moves northwards. Your mission is to stop the terrorist before he spreads panic and destruction. Use the car of DX. I will navigate you to the moving location of the terrorist by my surveillance means.
URLs? But he can't be here in New York. You'd better not cheat me, Helios.
Believe me, Andreas is here.
Is that so? How do you know that?
I just know. Now let's stop him before it's too late.
DX, I can't believe it. I thought JC couldn't die. What has exactly happened?
It was an EMP attack. A trap. I think Andreas has something to do with this. He was present personally in New York when it happened.
How do you know that?
I just know. Helios detected him, and he alerted me and JC as NSF's top agents. We didn't waste any time and set out for a chase. Obviously, Andreas left a car and used it to drive on the walls of Apostle Corp HQ for a terrorist attack. When we arrived inside, there was an explosion. We still didn't find JC's body. Not a piece. Only his sunglasses and a bioelectric cell. That is all we have to bury.
Today we bury a man who made his own choices. And who taught us that it's up to us to change the world. I knew JC Denton for only one day, but I was proud to call him my brother. Jesus told us only 12 hours ago that we will face ordeals, and we will have to overcome them. Now we can see what he meant. The loss of JC Denton is our mutual sorrow. We will keep following his experience of making our own decisions, but his fate is now in the hands of God. Amen.
So this is how the end begins. Scared? Helios has made the plans, the surveillance, security against nukes, everything. The OPM stands no chances against us.
A brand new model war. You seem to trust the AI.
Helios has considered the opinion of all the US warlords in the strategy, including Sam's and my own. Yeah, that's true. I'm also glad he has approved the zero casualties policy I and Paul have proposed. James was right. It's a brand new warfare. Perhaps under the guidance of Helios we'll avoid any casualties. He has engaged a bunch of mechaballistics, microwave cannons, sonic weapons, rail guns. Then we got nothing to worry about, I guess. And we also have an advantage of transportation over the OPM. The portal in Atlantis is still under our control and is still active. The people are scared though. Jesus himself said the prophecy of John the Evangelist is soon to come true.
And we will meet whatever comes, but we will not surrender. Today, I will personally manage the NSF army in Ares 3, while yours, James, and Peter's mission will be an airstrike on Panopticon. It's a very dangerous place, the most powerful military base of the OPM, outside the city of the middle of nowhere.
No turning back! It's imperative that we destroy the hybrid cloning facilities. Don't cut them no slack!
The final countdown has reached 0. The conflict has reached its critical mass. The end has begun. In that moment I feel like I had something to lose, something to fight for. I survived the middle of nowhere only to watch my American dream slowly grow in a Martian nightmare. The death of JC Denton hit my confidence. I was not immortal anymore, but I couldn't say for sure. I lost the difference between life and death. I lost trust to Helios. He was supposed to save me and JC from death. He let my best friend down. I was next. Next to feel betrayal one more time. Next to see my friends die again. I thought I had something to stand for, but I had been left alone by everyone. It was just a short period of time before I realized I was on nobody's side in this Ragnarok. It was up to me to choose sides, and the epic conclusion of this war. Should I create an infinite loop in order not to see the horrible end of the human race? Or should I find the courage to walk through that unhappy ending and try to survive? I was confused. One thing I knew for sure was that I had to face Super Eyes again, in the ultimate encounter. My greatest enemy had answers to all questions, but my greatest enemy was me. Death does not matter any longer. To be continued.